Hey, it's White Boy Chris. If the Pat Downs ever made you laugh, then join our Patreon and support us. Get bonus content, a t-shirt, or an autographed copy of Rabbit, Miss Pat's autobiography. Visit MissPatComedy.com for the link to the Patreon, and while you're there, join our Facebook group.
Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. We're here with Chris, back from his finally nut after 7 years.
7 years of virgin.
3 years.
7 years. 40-year-old virgin finally getting laid after all this time. What did he seek? Pepsi.
Not even
You got the right one, baby.
Not even Coca-Cola.
You ain't putting that shit on my Atlanta company. Even the cat happy you got some pussy. Look at you. Y'all stay tuned after the music. We'll be right fucking back.
You better get up, get out, and tune in to this podcast. It's Pat, spit the truth, spit the real fact. Nothing but the ugly, classy at the same time. Pat got the flavor, these are not your same lines. It's the politics, she been on the real grind. It could be pretty but ugly at the same time. Just tune in, put your lock on the spin down. Ain't no need for the wait and turn it up now. What you talking about? Is it real though? And cut the game, you get no play like Nintendo. You wasted time, turn it up, nothing but the ugly. Straight off the top, everything she say, you know it's funny. Full blast, this a taste of the future. Listen on your iPhone, on your desktop computer. Share it, tweet it, ain't no way to beat it. Nothing but the ugly, turn it up and gon' repeat it.
You talking about a nigga late to work. We had to call you 100 times. Thank God your phone was jiggling on your underwear.
Nah, I was in the bathroom.
I'm a morning pooper too. I can't get my day started unless my bowels move.
I wasn't pooping. I just had to pee.
Oh.
All your business just out there for no fucking reason, Chris.
Oh man, I had 2 rounds of antibiotics right before the wedding. Now I'm on probiotics. There's just been a war in my stomach. It's like the last Harry Potter movie. It's crazy.
She get you pregnant?
No, Christmas Eve was the first day that my voice was back to 100%. I had laryngitis for almost a full month.
That's what unseasoned food do for you. Easy on the throat.
No, we stopped in Alabama and I had the ribs and it just my vocal cords couldn't take it. Just melted down from all the spices.
Alabama?
That's crazy.
Nah, it was a joke. I'm kidding.
That's
I was about to say,
a whole
Alabama
month you
might
couldn't
do.
talk?
I've had it for 2 months before. Yeah, I just think all the stress and everything, and then the dry air, and then just, I got, after COVID, I basically was sick from July to the honeymoon.
Nobody gives a fuck. Can you tell us about you getting married, having sex, and what it was like in Cancun?
You don't know how many people have asked me.
Like I text Dion I text Dion updates about my nut. Well, Dion surely knows about Chris's cum.
They literally, I've got so many messages. Did Chris fuck it? How was the pussy? I'm like, why would he tell me? And why would I tell
A gentleman
you?
never tells. It was great.
He would tell you because he needed help. Well, I think that, Dion. It's been a long time.
I wasn't a virgin.
When you've been celibate half of your life, you're a virgin.
That's true. Yeah, I did have a good month in 2017, but other than that,
yeah, you thought that thing was just for pissing and turning into a vagina. I bet you in the bathroom they were like, "Oh, I'm so glad he stopped pissing in me. Lord have mercy."
So on my wedding night, I didn't know what I was doing. I pissed inside of her, is what you just said.
Yeah. After all the pre-cum, come the whole flood of piss. Because, when y'all get backed up, ain't no telling what you ski get a bitch. Powdered milk, cereal milk, honey and milk, sweet tea.
Sweet tea. just coming sweetened condensed milk and sweet tea.
You put everything on the Chick-fil-A menu, your wife. cholesterol, diabetes. I bet you were so backed up, you were having sex. Oh, nigga, bitch, this pussy's good.
Like the first time I went to Popeyes. That was pretty much the reaction.
She said you were so backed up, you skeeted racism.
Pretty much. You did not call your wife a nigga bitch. You know, that what old black men call fine women nigga bitches. That's a fine nigga bitch over there. Bless your heart, but we glad you done came back down to earth.
I see, Dion, people didn't want to hear about my my first time having sex. They wanted to hear her make fun of me for it. I think that's what...
Of course. Absolutely. There are like 3 people who are genuinely happy for you, and then everybody else just wants to hear the jokes, Miss Pax. Yeah.
I can imagine her seeing you naked for the first time, and your ass is pale, but your face is fire red, and then you got this look. You know, you ain't got no ass, so it's just a square box back there that's real tan, and then hair hanging out of it like your beard. This is what I imagine your asshole to look like.
I actually got a certificate from the president of the Dominican Republic for having the flattest ass in the country for the week I was there. It was
you should have.
It was unreal. Everybody had an ass in the Dominican Republic. The women, the men, the dogs, the cats, like the palm trees were thick as fuck, and then there was me, just Bacchus.
The whole while they couldn't figure out why is this man sitting on his back.
I was the whitest person in the country, and every salesperson on the beach wanted to come up and sell me a trinket because of the beard. Apparently, that's what one guy told me. He said, only Americans have beards, so we know if we see a beard, they have money.
Wrong America.
I know.
Wrong America.
Nigga, I'm here on a Groupon.
Yeah.
You should say, motherfucker, I'm as poor as that house you live in down the road.
Well, I was talking Miss Patton to go to the Dominican, and she's like, there's no way it could be nice if it was that cheap. But apparently you're right, Dion. She had found a deal that cut the cost in half for the room nights of where we were staying. And so it was like, no, I don't have any money. Get out. I don't want another drum. Like, you know, the first souvenir shop you go to, you think, wow, these are just very unique items. Then by the 15th gift shop you've been to in the Dominican, it's the same drum, the same painting, the same, you know. So it's
how much was your rooms?
We paid $180 a night, but typically they're around $320. We stayed at Melia. It was really, really nice. We had the best time. I'm
scared to go because I don't know if his really nice is my nice.
Yes.
You know, like his really nice might be Motel 6 over here in America where they don't cut your lights off at.
I'll show you pictures and you can decide, but it was nice. It was really nice.
He said the food was really good, but how dare do I believe him when he has no taste bud? He was born with COVID. So I can't trust him.
No taste, no smell.
I'm about to hang up on y'all.
This motherfucker was born with COVID. I can't fucking believe that the food was good with this nigga. I can't believe that shit.
Why did I come back to this country?
Yeah,
because they weren't gonna keep. Because you had no ass and you was useless. Yeah. They don't keep no ass white people over there.
Oh man, yeah.
What were some of the things that Reagan translated for you that the people were saying about you guys?
Oh my God. So when I say we were the whitest people at the resort, I mean it. I mean, it was...
We understand.
Yeah. It was, I mean, if you go to the Dominican, it's mostly black and brown people, and then there's Russians, and then there's a few Americans. And but mostly everybody spoke Spanish. It was a lot of people from other Spanish-speaking countries come to the Dominican.
So wait a minute.
Because it's nice.
So you mean to tell me they wouldn't have been able to translate me?
Oh, no. No, there's no.
Nigga, we can't translate.
There's no Miss Pat to Spanish translator on Google. You're gonna have to take me along as your translator. we met this Russian couple and we're like, how are you guys communicating? Because when I would try to talk to, a shop owner or a resort worker, a waiter, or whatever, it was hard. But because Reagan is very fluent in Spanish, she's a Spanish teacher. They treat you kind of like a tourist, and then when they find out you speak Spanish, they treated her like family. But she kept saying, like, I keep hearing people talk about us. But she wouldn't tell me what a lot of those people were saying, which means it was about me and I would get pissed off. But she did tell me that when I went out, it was a sunny day, we went to go to the beach, you stop at the towel stand, and the abuelita running the towel stand said something very nice, sweet, soft to me as she handed me the towel. And as we were walking away, I was like, what did she say to me? And she goes, you need to wear pants, gringo. And so apparently a lot of that was going on. But yeah, it's very helpful having somebody that spoke Spanish because it saved us on every negotiation, every deal, every car ride. We got all kinds of, in our luggage. We were over on luggage, and she got to talk them into, giving it to us for free on Spirit. So
You flew Spirit to the Dominican Republic?
We paid, how much would you guess we paid for bags, Miss Pat?
$0. I mean, $800.
Dion?
It wouldn't be that much, but probably $200-$300.
$600.
Jesus.
You spent $600, nigga. You could have got on Delta with a plane ticket, first class, and got 3 bags free, nigga.
She kept saying, "Well, we flew Spirit because it was the cheapest. We saved $800, but by the time we had paid for all the bags and she was 10 pounds over, we saved $300. So it was like it was a wash."
If you, let me tell you how to fly. So when you fly Delta, right? You do first class. First class automatically get you 70 pounds per bag.
Mm-hmm.
So had you bought that ticket in advance, because you've been talking about marrying this girl like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So you'd have bought those tickets 4 years ago. They probably been a lot cheaper, especially, I keep getting stuck, especially after the pandemic hit. Everything dropped down. I mean, it wasn't a nigga on the plane. Like I had a ticket to go to Australia, and I think it was like $18,000. I look back at that thing, it was a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
Even Hawaii was $3,500. I look back at it, you could get in first class for $900 during a pandemic. Y'all got to learn how to, when y'all want to save money, call me. I'm the cheapest bitch around.
We will next time.
We know.
Yeah. Our problem is we had 2 moves between her and I, and then, and then
but
we had the wedding,
first class,
so we didn't know if we could afford to go on the honeymoon until like early November. So that's why we paid so much for plane tickets.
It still would have worked out with a better seat, big enough for you, instead of putting you in a lawn chair, because she's skinny. It really don't matter what the fuck. She can fly on a fucking crapper.
I could put her in the stowaway up top.
Yeah, so if you just gotta, you got to pay attention to when you're spending your money. Like this morning, it's after Christmas, and I love Christmas. So I went to go buy this white flock garland, right? And I ordered it from Macy's because I ordered this shit and sent it right the fuck back. So I got on the phone with my friend who's cheap too, and we started Googling. Amazon had the shit $10 cheaper. Nigga, I hit cancel and reorder. You got to be careful when you do your money. You got to look around.
How much have you spent on Christmas items in the last 24 hours? This is the 27th we're recording this.
I probably spent $300 because I'm going to get a white flock Christmas tree, but these niggas ain't got the right prices out here yet.
Yeah. Got to wait till they're desperate. Which is what Spirit did to us, yeah. But no, we had a great time. The wedding was perfect.
I'm glad you got married. It was a learning experience. Same thing with the wedding dress. Same thing with everything. You got to learn how to do it yourself sometimes.
Quisha saved us $1,800 on the wedding dress because we contacted Quisha. She hooked us up with her dressmaker. The dress was exactly what she wanted. Like the little elves, I guess. I don't know who she uses or whatever. She was that bad?
Yes.
She
What did he call them?
Call them elves. What
Well,
the fuck?
not people, but the special. Never mind. Let's just delete
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Anyways, Quisha saved us a lot of money.
Bleep that part. I just say elves. But anyway. But anyway, the dress turned out pretty.
Oh, it was perfect. Yeah, and it was on the beach in Panama City. We just went down with our two families and had a great
Was there
time.
any bullshit? Did any fights break out?
No.
And
No.
what kind of music did y'all listen to? Any rap music?
The basic white people, like the what's the shuffle one? Dion.
Cupid Shuffle.
The Cupid Shuffle. ABBA,
One
Dancing
one
Queen.
time.
Maybe mix in a little because it was December, the Mariah Carey Christmas song. The white people basics.
Y'all didn't have no back that ass up?
There was one, the Wobble. And
no, that's not back that ass up.
they played the Wobble, and then all the older people at the wedding, their faces just turned to horror because they were dancing like that. Miss Pat, you would have died laughing at
Dancing like that to the Wobble.
Yeah, they were shaking their asses. It was
the old people.
no, they were just like, oh, these young people are dancing to the Wobble. Oh, play more ABBA.
I swear, white people can't have a wedding without Dancing Queen.
No, or the Cupid Shuffle.
Without dancing, what?
Dancing
Without-
Queen. You know that song?
Mm-mm.
You remember the song Hank used to come up to every time? Dancing Queen. You remember that?
Let me see if I can play it.
There's an old comic. Hank McGill used to come up to this fucking song every goddamn time.
Where's Hank McGill?
He died.
Can you hear
years
this?
ago. You don't remember this song?
See, I'm dancing. I can't help it.
You all remember Hank McGill doing this for like 3 minutes?
That's probably all we're allowed to play, but
You literally played that at your wedding?
you have
Who the
to.
fuck DJ?
We just put on a playlist. It was very
Y'all
very
didn't put
minimal.
on no Young Dog, Crack Baby and shit?
No.
Oh, I would have been at your wedding complaining like, if y'all don't get y'all motherfucking honky tonk asses up.
Do you want to see a little bit of the wedding video? Just so you can see what it looked like?
Let me see y'all dancing. Mm-hmm.
All right, hold
Let
on.
me see y'all dancing.
All right, so this isn't public anywhere. So this is a Crack Baby YouTube exclusive.
To see them dancing.
Can you see it?
That ain't nobody dancing. Y'all in the
Hold
ocean.
on. This is where it was at. We rented one half of this building here. That's her dress that Quisha helped get. Table settings, blah, blah, blah. Here's her getting ready. Hold on. My internet's slow today.
She look like she done.
That's her sister. Let me fast forward to kind of some of the...
They did their own makeup.
Yeah, of course. It was... We were trying to make it... It was the least stressful
You see
wedding.
who she was getting married to. She didn't need to put on no makeup.
This is the least stressful wedding I've ever been to. I did wedding videography for 2 years. Like we went to her sister had like an engagement party. Look at this handsome devil. Had an engagement party that was so much fun that we wanted to kind of redo that feeling of it. Look at that, Miss Pat. Look how handsome.
You look like the first
Oh, your
bodyguard to die in
suit,
a
your
movie.
shirt too big. You look special needs by the hand.
You look like Men in Black and White.
So here she is coming down the aisle. And that's her dad and her maid of honor, Michaela. Look how happy she is.
Her dad looked like a libertarian too.
He is. Yeah.
No, the pastor wanted no green suit.
No, he's a youth pastor, so he's allowed to get away with green suits.
This nigga wore a green suit? Oh, hell no.
I think it was black. I don't know. I think it was maybe gray. So yeah, I was just on the beach outside of the house, and then on the deck. Here you go, Miss Pat.
Oh.
You want me to pause it? There you go.
No.
It's us kissing. And then everybody getting along. So we only had like 40 people. That's her siblings. She's the oldest of 11. And then there's my family, my mom and brother and sister.
Nobody showed up for you.
Well, I didn't invite anybody, and she comes with like a whole pack of people. So all right, so let's get to the ceremony.
Where your daddy at?
My dad did not come because of COVID. He was nervous about it. So the reception was on the back deck. Now we get into the dancing. Here's the white people dancing. That's a brother-in-law. Now her family's actually, they're good dancers. Especially her brother in the back here. Miss Pat's face is hilarious. You should see the disgust.
Is that what you call good dancing?
Yeah, he's... I can't do that.
That boy about to be a scripper.
See, we do the...
No, y'all didn't do that dumb shit.
The limbo. Will's like 6'3" and could do the limbo. The baby out here cheating. It's my nephew John and my stepdaughter and my niece. She stepped on our first dance on a thorn. So she's like crying as we're doing our first dance because her foot is bleeding. I'm like, we can stop, you know. She's like, I never get to dance with you. You have to keep going. So yeah, that's the wedding.
Was she on that day?
No dancing. That was no dancing.
Well, it's the whole video is not dancing.
That was no I didn't see anybody dance.
See, there's some dancing.
That's not dancing, Chris.
What do you want?
She wants you doing that Jamaican shit where you fuck your wife up a tree.
There was... Let me see if I can pull up the video from the honeymoon. So we went dancing on the honeymoon in the Dominican at the resort, and they have... It was so funny because you would have been proud of the American whites.
Look at your face.
Because they're over...
You ain't shit, Pat.
Over on the...
Chris, we waited all this time for this shit.
They're,
we waited all this time, Chris. They would like the sex on your wedding night. What? No, all I saw were hands in the air. I ain't see nobody dance.
That's dancing. What do you expect?
He said all I saw was hands in the air.
For you to bring us some great shit. And you had to fast forward the video to make the white people even have some rhythm.
All right, so this is the resort. We were out dancing one night, and over.
Stop using the word dance.
All right, this was like actual dancing.
All right. Was out.
Yeah, we were dancing at the.
Okay, that looked nice. Keep going.
Right. They had like they had party boys. So like, there's this one guy. His whole job is just to dance. This guy here, he was a great dancer, and they have like these party boys who basically go out and their job is to start, to get people dancing and pull people up to dance, and so they fill the dance floor. Eventually, and then they have like all these like weird tall things, but these resorts are fun. It's adults only, so there's no kids getting in the way. So as the night goes on, the dance floor starts to fill up. And so I took a picture just to show this to you. So over on the left here are the Dominicans, the party boys, the Latinas, and then like it gets more and more white. And in the middle, you can see my wife here. is the American white people and then the Europeans over here, who were the worst dancers I've ever seen in my life. Europeans don't know how to dance at all because the American white people have been taught how to dance. At least Reagan has. It was how do I say this? Help. What?
You trying to get canceled so hard.
I know. There was a point where I look at her and I'm laughing, and she's like, "What are you laughing about?" I go, "I wish Miss Pat were here to watch this," because I don't know how I can tell this story without getting in trouble.
Just say it and we'll bleep it out.
All right.
No, so he told me this story. Let me tell it.
All right.
So these black girls came up. They're American black with big ass, and they was shaking their asses on the people over there.
So the majority of the people were Dominican or from other Latin countries. And like, well, there's one guy I was talking to. He's like, "Yeah, I went to America," and he was a black Dominican, and he's like, "I went to America and I didn't understand what was going on. People kept coming up and shaking my hand weird. What is that all about?" I'm like, "You're asking." Well, welcome to my last 2 years. So there's
never stuck your hand.
All these folks doing like tribal dances and Latin dances and all this, and then
we don't do tribal dance.
Then two women with the biggest fake asses I've ever seen in platinum wigs.
How you know it's fake? Oh, they probably were fake. They had on platinum.
I've never seen fake asses in person until I was there. I mean, Brazilians, like, it was... Some of them are really bad. Some of them are really good. But Miss Pat, this is when two women walk out on the dance floor and confuse the hell out of all the Dominican dancers. The party boys were like, "What is going on?"
And so...
Continue.
But they had their hands on their knees, shaking that ass?
Yeah. And so... in his head, he was like, the party boy was like, "Oh my God, the niggas have arrived." But he couldn't say it out loud.
They had their hands on the ground and were twerking on the party boys.
That's what he wanted to say. But he was like, "I wish Miss Pat were here so she could say, well, I was just thinking." So pretty much.
It was the funniest thing ever because it...
Did they fill on their asses, Chris?
Yes. Eventually, the girls put their hands on their asses. They're like, towards the end of the week, there was the funnest group. It looked like Miss Pat and her friends, like a lot of, like a group of middle-aged black women, probably from Atlanta, had come to the resort, and they were the life of the party. They like completely changed the tone, like getting the party boys in a circle, screaming. And it was just funny because what I was saying to Miss Pat is like, having done this over the last couple of years and getting to know Miss Pat, like when you don't know anything about black culture, you just sort of like think, oh, it's like black culture is like what you see in music videos, or then when you travel, you sort of see, oh, there's like different variations and gradations of black culture. And to see,
you realize we're very fun people.
And yes, and in different ways, and then And then when those different black cultures come together, they were as confused about each other as I have been on this podcast.
They're not called black culture. They call, when the different brown people come together.
Okay.
You confused, okay?
Has all of this just been, should we just delete this, Dion? Or
Oh my God.
No, I mean, you live, you learn, you know. I probably would be the same way if I went over there. I mean, I've never done with Latin American people, and I know they like the salsa, and I don't have that kind of swing in my hip. I'll be done pissed all in a circle. Fucking with the Latin people.
Well, Reagan lived in Chile for a year, and so she knew like all the dances, and so she was like very comfortable in the culture and very like, you know, it was really interesting to see her like kind of. She was just very plugged in and understood everything that was going on.
Did you use cash or card?
We used a mix of both, because some places take Dominican pesos, some places take cash, some places take card. Everything gets, you know. So yeah, it was definitely a fun experience to get to like go and be in a culture and to be unable to really communicate. Like that was a different experience too, because even though a lot of people spoke English, you completely lacked the context. So it was interesting to be put into a place where you are not part of the dominant culture. You don't understand the language. You don't understand the social cues. You know, you start to pick it up after a while. Like that,
I felt like a nigga for a week.
Yeah, I mean, as a white American, it was a good experience.
He was a minority.
Yeah, it was enlightening for sure.
You're happy to be back, aren't you?
No, I'm not. It was 86 and perfect every day, and people were cooking our meals, and we were traveling and going to Santo Domingo, and I mean, riding on catamarans to snorkel. Like,
the fuck is catamaran?
it's like a big boat. And then we come back to Indiana, where the sky is 50 feet tall and gray and boring.
You got to give us the name of the boat on your $200 wedding anniversary trip. You got to say catamarans.
Just because you can't say it doesn't mean I can't say it.
Just say boat, nigga. Everybody know you went on what did he went on?
A catamaran.
A honeymoon?
A honeymoon, yeah. Did you go on a honeymoon?
No, I went to the courthouse.
Oh.
I went back to work.
We should have.
Honey, I see you when the moon come up.
Yeah, so it was great. We had a ton of fun, and I would totally recommend the Dominican. Americans kind of think if you go somewhere else, especially in the Southern Hemisphere, you're in danger. We never felt in danger at all. Everybody, it was the nicest people. Every single person we met in the Dominican was nice. I mean, just like treated you like family, not because they wanted something, but just because they genuinely like treat each other like family. It was a ton of fun. I love the country.
Well, good. We hope you get to go back on your own spirit and all the shit you get to do on to the next thing. Anything else you want to tell us how the sex was before we move on to some announcements?
Yeah, she wants to know about you clapping them cheeks, Chris.
There was no cheeks on his wife.
No, I have no cheeks. I caught a glimpse of myself.
Neither one of you have no cheeks. In America, both of y'all are assless and back.
That is not true. Reagan has an ass and was very popular with the Haitians.
That's what you think. Take Reagan out in the real world.
I did.
She had no ass. You can lay both of y'all down and y'all make nice ironing boards.
I'm about to defend my wife's ass honor. All right? Don't make me do it.
Do it, Chris.
Hold me back, Dion.
Have you seen my ass? I got an ass.
Nigga, we don't have a choice but to see your ass.
You have extra. You have egregious ass.
You got ass in the front and the back.
Right. You're just like
fuck you, bitch. Like fuck you. What would you like for me to donate you some ass? You want it from the front or the back?
I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I was just like, why would she marry? Why would she marry me?
You scream.
Yeah, I should have. It was horrible. It's all no ass.
But
whatsoever.
now you're gonna get yourself in shape, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I have been. I mean, I like one person was like, you need to work out. I'm like, I've lost 75 pounds. I work out 3 times a week, and I about beat up a crack baby.
You look good, Chris. You're a nice looking guy. There's nothing wrong with you. Let me tell you something. Fuck it. I'm married to a big man too, and he bigger than you. And I love the shit out of my big husband. Mm-hmm. And by now, nobody tell him to go to the gym but me.
Right.
Now, I've been trying to get him there since he retired. But we all know what he said. He told me today, stop calling me with that bullshit. You know what? Being married is so beautiful because I've been with this man for almost 30 years. And what's so crazy, he retired like 2 weeks ago. And so I still have this schedule in my head where I get up and I call him at the same time, which is 3:30 to 4 o'clock. And I talk him all the way to work. So I still wake up at 3:30. I say, he brushing his teeth at 4 o'clock. And bam, and we'll talk. He out the shower and everything. So about 2 days ago, I called him. He said, and I've been calling him since he's been retired. He said, I need to talk to you. He said, you got to stop fucking calling me. He said, I ain't got nowhere to go. And I'm trying to fucking sleep. Why the fuck you keep 4 o'clock in the morning?
Poor man. That's sweet.
I said, my brain wake up to call you, and now you at the house. I don't got nobody to call at 4 o'clock. in the morning. So I'm sitting here today. I fix coffee. I paint a little picture that I'm working on. I'm like, come on, 6 o'clock, so I can call them.
That's so cute.
I don't have nobody to talk to at 4 o'clock anymore.
Yeah, like this was so. Reagan has a daughter and is very young. She's turning 3 tomorrow. And this was the first week where we've just been alone together. I bet we've probably had 4 or 5 dates where the baby wasn't there. So it was the first week where we really just got to be together and really like talk, and it was on our time. And, you really get to appreciate, we've been together 3 years now almost. So it's just, it's like marriage, you get to appreciate someone on a different level over a longer period of time. And you know better than I was only married 6 years before. Like, you go through different stages of love.
But this time
like,
you married to a girl. But anyway.
Well, like you learn to appreciate them in a different way. Like like the friendship is the key part. Like it's
communication.
It's
I tell people communication and trust. When you stop communicating and you break that trust barrier, women are quick to forgive, but they'll never forget. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm quite sure it go both ways. That's why I always tell people, you can fix communication, but it's hard to fix trust, because what you did before is always in the back of that person's head. Yeah. Even though they don't bring it up every day, they're never gonna forget that one time you betrayed them. And that what they had, when you had they fully trust, you lost something there. That's why I always tell people in a relationship, treat a motherfucker the way you want to be treated. If you don't want to be cheated on, then don't cheat on a motherfucker. If you don't want to be mistreated, don't mistreat a motherfucker. I was just talking to somebody today. I said, I think a lot of times with women, and I don't really know, I'm going to say women. I ain't going to say black or white. What I see in the black community, how we would talk down to men. I've seen so many of my friends ruin their relationships. I don't give a fuck about him. I do give a fuck about him. And you do have to watch how you talk to, because you can't make a man feel small.
Men have more pride issues than women, for sure.
Well, you're the type of animal that we always gonna have to build up.
Yeah.
Come here, doggy, get this cookie. Come here, doggy, get this cookie. You gotta always.
What a fucked up. As much as you're right, wow, that's fucked up.
You have to build them up.
Has Jordan made you watch the new I Love Lucy movie on Amazon Prime yet?
No, but I seen some people said me and Jordan was talking about making a cast watch shit. And somebody was like, "Oh, it's crazy that y'all was talking about watching, and they done did a whole new family on there."
It's really good, but one of the themes is how Lucy emasculates Desi and how that undermines their relationship, which was, Aaron Sorkin wrote it and produced it. So it's really good. We finished it last night, but that's one of the themes. Like, Fred, the actor who plays Fred's like, you can't undermine him like that. You got to make him feel important.
Well, you do. I mean, especially with black men. I can talk about black men because I'm black. Because society is already beating them across the head. Whether we want to admit to it or not. When you're born black and you're a man, there's 2 strikes automatically out the fucking door. So you got to constantly build them all the fucking time, because, you don't know what the fuck they can run into in the streets and bam, unravel all that shit that you have been putting into this black man or this black boy. Because we're not stupid. We see what's going on in the fucking world. So you have to, your tongue as a woman, especially a black woman, is so fucking important of what you say to that black boy or that black man. So I ain't gonna lie. I think I tell my boys I love them more than I tell my girls.
Well, like Dion, we grew up with girl power and the Spice Girl. Like, there's a very appropriate correction in society towards empowering women, but don't forget to love the guys too. And it's like, one thing I appreciate about Reagan is she never puts me down in front of other people. She doesn't make jokes at my expense. She doesn't talk shit about me to her friends. And
that means she loves you.
Yeah.
I would never ever do that to my husband.
She respects me.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. And I even with counseling, when me and my husband went through counseling a few months ago, earlier this year. That the counselor taught me so much on how, because I would just go off, and he was like, you can't talk to him like that because he shut down. And that was a big part of my relationship that I realized was how I was screaming at him or how I would just fucking go out. So now when I want to say, you stupid motherfucker, I'm like, Garrett.
That's a big.
I simply just say his name.
Yeah,
instead of calling him.
It's a big part of why my first marriage didn't work. It's like if you can never do anything right, then you just stop trying. And then they go, well, why aren't you trying anymore? It's like, because I can never do anything right. Like, what's the point? You know,
you have to. I mean, and that goes both ways. Like, even with doing the counseling, I learned. And I tell people all the time, I thought counseling didn't work. If you feel like your relationship needed or you need it, go get it. In counseling, he learned. My husband would never say that I love you. All these years, I was like, I love you. He's like, okay, bye-bye, click. And then you just brush it off and you look up 15 years, like, goddamn, this nigga never say he love me. And one day I was like, you never say you love me. He said, well, I think I show you I love you. Love is nothing but a word, but it was a word that he was scared to use. So when we went to counseling, now he said every day, because that counselor was able to take the both of us and break down the things that we needed from each other that we didn't know how to tell each other that we needed.
Yeah.
And it actually rekindled the relationship.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
So
have you ever read the 5 love languages? Are you familiar with that? Like the different ways that people express love, like giving gifts or acts of service, talking.
We talked about that before.
Yeah.
And it really worked. We never did get to my love language. I like to hear it.
Yeah. Talk, like words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Mine's touch. I like to be touched. Not sexually, Dion. Just like,
No, I was laughing at Miss Pat's face.
Fuck your face, Miss Pat.
You're not fucking my face, okay, Chris?
That's a love touch.
You're not sticking nothing in my nose. But yeah, I hope y'all have babies. I hope y'all don't have no 6 and 7 babies like she wants.
We may not have a choice. I've had sex with a condom my whole life, and I'm done with that. So I'm not fucking around with condoms anymore.
There about to be so many waterhead babies born. Like, why the baby got fluid on the brain? Dad had fluid in his nuts.
It's all that KFC that came out of his dick.
That baby gonna have a long nose with a C at the end for Chick-fil-A. All righty, Chris. That's how you get laid. That's how. But we so happy. The next thing we got to do is get Dion married.
Yep.
And in a relationship.
Get him a best friend.
This podcast is going to be 30 years going on.
This is a nigga that don't want no responsibility. So, since we heard all about your good sex life and you getting married and you going out and dance with other brown people that don't look like the 2 niggas you do the podcast with. So, since we have discovered all of that.
And I lasted maybe 2 minutes the first time. That's the thing. That's what everybody wants to know, Miss Pat.
Chris, stop lying.
What am I lying about?
Chris, ain't nothing lasts 2 minutes. You stuck it in, it was over, and you fell asleep on top of Reagan. We know it. We want to give you 2 minutes.
I'm up to 2.5 now.
Oh my God.
You 1, 2, skeet, sleep.
So he busted for the light went on.
I'd say fuck you if I could.
That's your theme song. 1, 2, skeet, and what was it?
Sleep. It's the title of this episode.
1, 2, skeet, and sleep. And you ain't got no ass, so it didn't go in there. It was just all. I bet you were hunching her like a dog. You know, when another dog behind the other dog, and they little ass be trying to get up in there.
Hey, on another note, congratulations on being 500.
500 what?
Your Falcons. 8-8. Congratulations.
Oh, that's how you change.
Yeah, you cut me deep, I'll cut you deep.
White son of a bitch. We're going to the playoffs.
Okay, the playoffs. Good luck in the Super Bowl again.
We're going to play like we in the playoffs. Everybody going home. Going to the playoff on Madden. I went to the game yesterday with the daughter from my show and my friend Tracy. It was really fun. But I do have a new job.
Yeah, congratulations. Tell us about it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm the co-host of the Big Tigger Show on V103 in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're not in Atlanta, you can get me on the Odyssey app. So from 6 to 10 a.m., 5 days a week, you can hear me with Shamil, Big Tigger, and myself.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to stick my feet in everything. I don't know.
How is this going to work? Because you have so many jobs. Like, I mean, are you able to talk about that yet?
What do you mean?
Like, are you going to be able to, do a morning radio show and the TV and the podcast and stand up still? Or do you, like...
we looking into it now. I know I'll be able to do the podcast. I'll be able to do the radio, and I'm definitely going to be able to do the TV show. Don't know how it's going to quite affect touring yet. It's going to affect touring, I'm going to be honest, because I got a big announcement coming down the road. I can't say it yet. And if I say it on here, would you bleep it?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yay! Spicy! Congratulations!
Already. Nice.
Yeah.
People are going to be excited.
Yeah. So I can't announce the big thing that he just bleeped. I don't want you to hear the big thing he just bleeped yet. But even in the video, will you be able to take it out of the video too?
Yeah. Kate will take it out.
Oh yeah. So with all of this other stuff, the special dropping soon. Who knows? I just take it one day at a time. I'm a hustler. I like to work. So I'm always trying to take on other things. Hey, one pay you can't live on one paycheck anymore. So you gotta have You gotta have your feet, your titties, your eyes, your elbow, and everything. So there's other things that I'm still working on too that I'm trying to get off the ground, and I'm trying to be a creator.
Well, you're doing a good job.
And I'm having a lot of fun at the radio station. Now, they're not us. They're not us.
Radio's different because you can't say shit. I mean, when you come on Bob and Tom, it's so different than when you're on the Pat Down.
Yeah.
When you used to come on Bob and Tom before the Pat Down, I was like, she is crazy. And then I heard you on the Pat Down. Holy shit.
She went from saying breast to titty.
This is my freedom over here. And that's what I love about this podcast, because it's something that I own, and it's something I can do what the fuck I want to do. And I'm having fun. When you get into corporate America, you got rules, and oh my God, you can't say one nipple. Well, I can say motherfucking a cat got hit by a scooter over here, and people laugh.
Well, you know how offensive that is.
Yeah, and it'd be offensive over there. So that's what I love about the podcast. So I get, here I can do one thing and here I can do another thing, and they're never the same, because I have two different co-hosts over here and two different co-hosts over there. So, I'm looking forward to.
How did this come about? How did you do his radio show? And that's how did this job come about?
This job came about one day. I was up there and I was talking to, I went up there to promote the Miss Pat show. And, let me tell you how this job first came about. So when Big Tigger took over the morning show in Atlanta, 2 years ago, a year or 2 years ago, excuse me. I heard he was looking for a female co-host. So I had my people call, and I called at the wrong time. So I called a big person in radio and said, hey, I hear Big Tigger's looking for somebody. word got back to me. Oh, too late. They already hired somebody. So I'm like, fuck. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I really wanted to be, because I'm from Atlanta and this is the morning show. V103 is the morning show. Everybody grew up with it in Atlanta. It's the big station. So I go up there to promote my show one day. And so I'm asking him about another radio job that I was looking into. They wanted me to do some stuff with. And he was like, oh, really? And so we got to talking and, I hooked him up with my people and we just started a conversation, and it went from there.
Nice.
And I didn't, I kind of wanted the job because I always wanted to be on V103, but I didn't think that it was just going to fall into my lap the way it did.
Like a Chick-fil-A crumb?
That's down my titties, Gian.
My bad.
Okay, thank you. So I'm very excited.
The amount of crumbs in those titties.
How many crumbs you got in your motherfucking titties?
You could make a whole loaf out of the crumbs in your titties, I bet.
And you could probably make a whole loaf out of the leftover crumbs in your ass, your hairy ass that look like a motherfucking furry pocketbook.
I got a Tamagotchi in my ass.
I bet you somebody shave your crack. They like that nigga done got a haircut at it. What they gonna get the haircut at? Just cut.
Great clips.
Great clips. Yeah, that motherfucker. So that's how the job became about it. We went back and forth for a while, for about 4 or 5 months. Probably about a couple months. And I was like, I really want this job. And I really like Big Ticker. I didn't know the co-host. She's from Atlanta Housewives. And I was like, oh my God, a housewife. Oh my God, is this person the sweetest little thing? The sweetest little thing. I just love her.
That's great.
Yeah.
I hope you don't like them as much as us, but okay. I'm not jealous. It's fine.
Totally different atmosphere. I mean, no wigs. No, y'all don't smile like this. I love it. I gotta get my side teeth fixed when I get some money.
As long as you like us better than your other co-hosts, it's fine.
Really, Chris?
Yes, I'm jealous. It's fine. It's fine.
Chris, you turn into a white Jordan.
It's Jordan like, I hope you don't like Dion more than me. Like, I hope you do.
Is Jordan jealous?
Is Jordan get jealous of the pat down?
No. Jealous of what? I ain't in no relationship with Jordan.
And that's, I never get, I'm not actually really jealous, but like, do you get, like professionals on some of your projects getting jealous of other projects? Like, does a manager get jealous of an agent ever?
They won't say. They're not gonna say, but you can tell who fighting for attention. I have friends, I think that fights for attention, or people in my circle. But
or Nikea in the Facebook group. He got Ashley banned, and he was so proud of himself for a whole month. He kept bringing it up and trying to get everybody to talk about it.
He really think he's a part of this podcast. Mama, when are we podcast? Nigga, you're not a part of this podcast, okay? But the people like me. I said, take your lonely ass and your ugly kids and find you something to do.
He got absolutely destroyed in the Facebook group because somebody put it was like a baby doll. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I howled. It was so funny. Here, let me see if I can pull it up.
Isn't that Aliquisa?
Aliquisha just destroyed him. Let's see here. So this doll looks like it's about to ask me for a cigarette, and Aliquisha wrote Nikea as a baby. And then, and he wrote, well, I can't read this. You'll have to read this, what Nikea said back.
Let me see.
Oh,
I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it? In my lips are...
my lips.
Here we go. I found it.
Nikea said, nigga, my lips ain't even... that big. Plus, I'm pecan brown.
He tried so hard to clap back, but he
This dog definitely had black figures and can roll one up like a motherfucker. Okay. That dog look like it high and old. They said Mattel made this with your broke ass.
Look, the
from a
big
Newport to be exact.
Brad wrote, "Look, the Biggie Cabbage Patch doll is very popular."
Somebody said it don't look like you about to have me for a cigarette.
The people in the Crack Baby group are so funny.
Oh my God. Hey, I want to thank Toledo. Oh my God. Y'all came out and showed the fuck out. At Arlington. Did we do one before Arlington?
I think we've talked about Arlington, maybe.
Arlington. Oh my God. Y'all
It was Addison.
Addison, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we talked about Addison. Yeah.
Yeah, Addison was a shit. But Toledo, I got to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. When I tell y'all came up and showed out, y'all Crack Babies, I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. I fucking so appreciate you guys. Me, Dion, and Chris, even though Chris wasn't there, he still appreciates you guys. We had so much fun. I'm going to miss y'all because I go down. My last date is Milwaukee. Or is it Florida?
It's Orlando.
It's Orlando. So the next 3 dates is not
New
yet.
York. Mm-hmm.
New York for New Year's. Milwaukee. And then we're going to be in Florida. What part? Orlando, Florida. And that ends the tour for me until I go down and shoot. And I might be gone for a while. But, stick around. Who knows what will happen. But y'all just showed out so much. And I want to tell y'all now that LA, even though the tickets are on sale now for LA, those tickets are almost gone for the Regency at the for the Netflix thing. So get your tickets. There's only a few left, and I'm not fucking lying.
That's in May.
And I just want to say thanks to the Crack Baby group. I bet we had 30, 40 messages. Several people bought stuff off of our gift registry. I like the weekend of our wedding was really special, but it was made very, very special by all the people who left nice comments. I mean, it was so many of you, and it really meant a lot. And it was very much appreciated. So it's so nice to have a new family and have so many of you treat me so specially, and Reagan really appreciated it too.
Thank you for the Christmas gift. Oh my God, I got a fuck them kids cup. I thank you thank you to my number one. She like for me to say this Bulldiger fan who sent me the Falcon shirt. You know who I'm talking about, Dion? I think her name was Elise. She bought me. I said, girl, I'm not calling you that, but I am today. Thank you for the Falcon shirt. Thank you to the lady who sent us the jerseys that I have not had a chance to get to you guys, that we all going to wear the same time on the podcast. Oh, for the Christmas cards, for the candles, for everything that you sent to our P.O. box. We truly appreciate you guys from the bottom of our heart. Every little trinket you make, we take it into consideration. We appreciate it. It's at my house, Chris' house. I don't know where the fuck Dion live, but
international man of mystery.
We appreciate it. We got some jerseys from a lady that I got to drop off. She made them for the pat down. I just been so fucking busy with all this other shit, and but I'm beginning to close things so I can start to work on other things. But I got to get you guys y'all shirts so we can wear them out at the same time. Thank you for all the Christmas card. Thank you for the people who showed up at the show with fucking Home Depot and Lowe's gift cards. I mean, just thank you.
Yeah, Krista gave me a birthday present. Another girl got me a Coming to America shirt.
Yeah, the fucking Whitney Houston shirt.
Yeah.
Vegas. That's who I forgot to mention. Vegas was off the goddamn chain. Thank you, Vegas, for showing up and showing the fuck out. Shows sold out. I can't thank y'all enough. I'm gonna start next year when I get everything together. I want to start having a not pre-Thanksgiving. I want to start having a Crack Baby dinner before we go out and perform. Like we meet a couple of Crack Babies at a restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What do you think? Yeah, and get to know them. But I ain't gonna say you gotta have tickets if you're in the Crack Baby group. But I gotta verify that you're in the fucking group.
Yeah,
you gotta be in the group.
Thanks to Eternal Possessions on Instagram, she sent this cool artwork. She sent Miss Pat a cool piece of artwork. Clickbait. Thanks to Brittany for that. So yeah, it's just really always appreciated when you guys.
Where my shit at, nigga?
I gave it to you. I gave it to you at your house.
Yeah, last time we were together.
She's the artist that made the collage in New York City. That was it. Queen Latifah and.
Oh, was that her?
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick.
She came to my show with that art in her hand.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union, Regina King, and Gabrielle Union posted it. Yeah, and with a collage that she made of you in New York City. So, and then she sent me it's like called Clickbait, and it's like Mark Zuckerberg and demons. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
She right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just always so much appreciated when you guys send gifts. It's totally unnecessary, totally unexpected, but always appreciated.
Always
appreciate. They show so much love, man. It's crazy.
And we took 2 weeks because I literally could not talk for the past month, and I was on my honeymoon. And some of these people, you would have thought that they were at the morphine clinic and they had run out.
They crack babies for real.
Yes.
This podcast is they crack them. They don't get it.
Medicinal podcasts.
You got to keep yourself laughing. And, just know that we love you guys. Keep your head up. Just know that if you got a struggle, somebody else got a struggle way bigger than yours. So be thankful for the smallest shit in life. I am. I'm thankful for Chris and Dion, even though they get on my motherfucking nerves.
Just Dion.
But
I know.
Nigga, please.
There isn't anybody in her life that she's like, this motherfucker, man.
I don't sound like that. I'm a much sexier. So I'm riding in the car with somebody the other day, somebody kid, and I'm on the phone and somebody said, well, sir, and the kid was like, why they think you a man? I said, shut your fucking mouth. I'm trying to pay a bill.
They stay calling you sir, boy.
They stay calling me fucking sir. I don't know why. I got a deep voice, but not that kind of man shit. Sir, how can I help you? I'm not a fucking sir.
We were driving somewhere and the person kept calling Miss Pat sir. Pat goes, I am a fucking girl. And the person goes, sorry, sir.
Funny.
I was crying in the passenger seat.
Yeah, that was with your
disrespectful motherfucker.
Disrespectful bastard. So I'm getting ready for the big move back to Atlanta.
Yeah. How much time
are you excited?
I'm excited.
Is everything even ready at your new place?
No, I've rented a place. I just rented a place.
Are you putting stuff in storage?
Oh my God, so much shit in storage. Yes, yes.
I do not envy you for that.
No.
Yeah, I'm putting my shit in storage and I'm buying shit. I'm trying to create shit. I'm over here practicing my glitter wall before I pay somebody to do it, but I realize I better pay somebody to do it. I love my DIY, but I hate that I don't have the time that I just, because I know if I get into it and I'm taping, I'm not going to have time because I'm taping 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, man. Those
so days be long too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they be so fucking long. They be so long. So we'll see, we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to complain. I'm being blessed. My dreams are coming true. Thanks to everybody. Everybody was a big part of this career launch and shit that's happening for me. I wake up every day and say, oh, Lord, thank you for the little dude, Jordan. Thank you for Chris and Dion. Yeah, thank you for everybody. Everybody's a part. Nobody gets anywhere by themselves, and that's what a lot of us have to realize. If it wasn't for Reagan, you wouldn't have nobody nutty in Chris, because I don't know nobody else that will let you nut in them. So I try to thank God.
I do.
Listen, if it weren't for Reagan, I'd have syphilis by now.
Chris, do you think you would have picked up a prostitute by now?
No. Women were always in my DMs. Women are so much more respectful, Dion. Like, once they found out about Reagan, all the people that listen to this podcast stopped sliding in my... And women are so much nicer. They're always like, hey, how are you? What's your name? Hi, how are you? Like, men are like, oh, she's married? Challenge accepted.
Did any men hit on you, Chris?
Yeah. You remember the male... I think he was a stripper from Atlanta? Remember we talked about that on the show. He was
that the black man who was trying to bust your booty hole out?
Yes, he was very interested.
He wanted that Bacchus.
He had seen what I saw in the mirror in the Dominican. He would not have wanted this ass.
We call you white people with no ass Bacchus. Backless.
Sad.
You sitting on all that Bacchus. You know, Chris, people are into sucking booty now, so I would hate to see somebody suck your booty. They tongue go clean up your back.
It's you remember the snack wraps from McDonald's? Not even a quarter pounder.
Snack wrap.
I love you guys. You some stupid motherfuckers. I gotta go dig in Cleveland Avenue. I gotta go up and dig in this fucking hole up here.
Chris, you coming with us to New York, ain't you?
Unfortunately, I can't. We're just too broke. Like, I called Miss Pat, and she's so nice because I was like, "Listen, if you booked me, I will be there. We'll drive out." But by the time we were able to come, tickets
Chris,
was
you ain't
$500.
gotta explain your brokenness. We understand you broke.
I was poor. We're
you just
poor.
got married.
Yeah, we're broke.
You just got married. That's what people who first get married do. They get married. They be poor. They be the struggle make the relationship.
You go
strong.
on. We went 2 trips basically to Panama City and then the Dominican. It's like every time you leave your house for something like that, you're going to spend another $1,000 than you planned. And so I would love to be at Nyack with you guys, but I have made plans to get out more next year. So I want to come out and meet the fans and say hi.
And y'all, Chris is pretty fucking funny. I want him to MC. He's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot coming from you. It's Reagan on vacation goes, Miss Pat doesn't think anybody's funny, and she thinks you're funny. So every time I think I'm not funny, I hold on to that little nugget.
I do think other people is funny. I don't know why y'all say this shit about me.
Because you say it about everybody, Dion, right? He is not funny. He's been a comedian for 30 years. He's not funny.
But you got to ask this. Am I lying?
No. You're honest, yeah.
Never gonna lie. I mean, even if you say something that I don't get, I'm like, oh, that's a good fucking joke.
Yeah.
Might not make me bust up, but I can tell a good fucking joke. But who am I? Hell, people don't think I'm funny. They be in my inbox with ugly shit, and I dog out my box. You are epitome, or whatever the fuck you try to use a big word on me. I said, your mama felt the same way for you. That's why she aborted you, but you jump back in that pussy and redeveloped yourself.
Okay. I think you defied evolution with your dragging.
Yes. Raggedy pussy ass mama making pieces of shits like you. Your daddy nut was weak. That's why you're stupid. I'm the wrong bitch. You come in my motherfucking box because I talk back. You come in my box trying to fuck up my good day, I'm going to light your motherfucking ass up. You motherfucking cross-eyed fool. I know. I don't come in my box fucking with me. I'll be like, okay, you want to play these games? You motherfucking cricket toes ass nigga. So that's what I do.
Well,
and I sit there and I read that message and I let that shit boil in my chest, and it be so thick in my chest I need Mucinex to get it out of
Why are you reading this stuff anymore? You're too famous to have your own social media.
Yeah, I read. I said, you say some ugly shit to me, I'm here to get you, nigga. Fuck you, your mama, and your babies.
Is your heart monitor still on? Are you good with that?
No, actually, let me tell you what Junebug did.
Oh, no.
So I tell Junebug
Jesus.
You hotwire it?
to mail my heart monitor back, right, to the people. This nigga mailed an empty box back. My heart monitor was still here when I got here. So now he done disconnected my heart monitor from the box. They all got serial number. I don't know what the fuck my heart monitor's about. So now they asked the insurance company, can they give a bitch another heart monitor?
Oh,
Why didn't you have your heart monitor attached to you?
It was, but it broke me out like ticks. And it had my titty swole up. And that glue and shit. I had a big ass patch. Looked like a nigga hit me in the chest with a hammer. When I finally got that motherfucker off.
It's funny because I can picture a nigga hitting you in the titty with a hammer.
I got like the mental image of the Nutty Professor when at the end. Or just titty like.
And so, but it irritated me too bad, so I had to take it off. So I had to take it off.
But are you feeling okay is what he's saying.
Yeah. Are you good otherwise?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Don't let that evil shit people say boil in your chest.
Yeah. You got to stop looking at that.
Well, I don't get it as much as I used to get it because they know I fuck them up. And then I post you and I let the crap baby drag your ass. So I don't get it as much anymore. So, you know, what it is, what it is. But you can't stop people from being me. There's always one nigga out there. One white nigga, black nigga, Italian nigga, Indian nigga. Nigga just mean stupid. Out there want to be stupid. They want to come in my inbox and think I ain't gonna say nothing back. I light that ass up. So that's what I do.
Well, it was good to see you guys.
It was good to see you too. I'm getting ready to go dig over here in this store. I got to do a little running around. Got a photo shoot. My big job start January 3rd. Please tune in to V103 on the Odyssey app if you're not here in Atlanta, Georgia. Hear me talking nothing but cold-blooded shit in the morning. On your way to work, baby. Start your new year off right.
How do you spell the Odyssey?
Odyssey, it's Audacy.
Okay.
I know you didn't ask me that.
She works. She works for the company now that I started my radio career with. It was Intercom. Now it's Odyssey. Audacy.
Yeah, and did you see me at the Falcons game in the suites this Sunday?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I did. She went on Instagram Live. It was her, Brittany Inge. Is that how you say her last name?
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Tracy.
Oh.
Y'all barely squeaked by at the lowly ass Lions. So good for y'all.
Hey,
now they're going to the playoffs.
Yes,
They're not going to the playoffs. They got 2 more games to fail.
She got so mad at me. She hung up on me yesterday, Dion. I go, hey, we can podcast after the Falcons game. Okay, are you sure you're going to be in a bad mood when they lose? What's their record? She goes, what are the Colts? I was like, I don't pay attention. I don't care about sports. She's like, I'm not going to take this shit from a white man.
She hung up the phone.
Hung up on me.
So it was a good win. I know we're not going to playoffs, but hey, hopefully, I can go to that.
Y'all got a chance.
But you just never fucking know. You just never know who's gonna get COVID.
Yeah.
Because if I have to, I will find somebody with COVID and they'll sneeze at everybody on the Saints' face.
That's a federal crime.
Is that federal?
Yes.
Well, I take that back.
State crime? No worries. I got people.
I'm used to state. That federal shit, they want you to do it all to the door. We might be losing to the Saints. They better send some big booty bitches out there with COVID instead of them nigga lamps. I'm just hinking. All right, so I gotta go. I'm going shopping. I will see y'all in a couple days. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.